you must have been in a situation whereby you were trying to change someone and the person just too stubborn, not willing to change, and you've tried, all your effort, cajole the person, shout, fight, and still no change. Okay, you've come to the right place. Because trust me, I've been there and it's very frustrating. And now there's a solution. So these are ways. This video is about ways that you can, solve this problem and change this person. Maybe change the person or change the person's ideology to, suit yours. Change that person to your own ideology. Okay, so if that's what you want, stay back and let's get right into it. Okay, so these are the principles you can apply. The first thing is that you praise that person. I'm sure you're like wondering, praise the person, why? Okay, the thing is, when you praise people, you kind of soften their, retention, their hearts, so they are willing to listen, at least, even though they are not willing to listen, but that unwillingness has been, dropped down by some bars. So you appraise that person. Okay, let's say what you want to correct is the person's, okay, maybe the person is always, maybe it's your family member. Yes, this is a beautiful example. Maybe the person is always placing the toothbrush on the wrong place, not, replacing it into the cup where toothbrushes are to be placed after, brushing his or her teeth. So you praise the person, you're like, okay, maybe it's your brother or your sister, oh, what's up, how are you doing? You're looking good. No, the person will blush. Okay, that's the first principle. So the next principle is you call the person indirectly to that mistake. Okay, so indirectly be like, okay, the sink, I went to the bedroom today and I felt some things were not right in the sink, on the sink, and indirectly you're already pointing the fact that, okay, things were not organized. Okay, yeah. The third principle now is you now talk about your own mistake. You now be like, okay, I know there are times I could have been the one to disorganize the bedroom. Okay. So you are trying to hint that you are not perfect. Yes. So you are trying to make that person know that you are not trying to come from the angle of the all-knowing or the perfect being. Okay. So after this has been done, the next thing is you now ask questions instead of giving order. Yeah, asking question in what sense? Okay, what you do is you tell the person that, okay, don't you think that arranging toothbrushes in the cup will make the bedroom appear neater? You see, you're asking a question, but that person already knows, oh, okay, my toothbrush could, make a difference, putting it in the cup, in the appearance of the bedroom. So if there's an improvement now after you've done this, then you now, appreciate. The next principle is that you appreciate those little improvements. So when you see the toothbrush in the cup the next morning, you'll be like, oh wow, my brother or my sister, John, Mary, Slessor. Yeah, I noticed that you put your brush in. Okay, that makes sense. Nice. I'm impressed. Okay, that's the next principle. So another principle that you apply to making a change is that you make the person, give that person a reputation to live for. So after you've already encouraged that person, shown your sibling that you're impressed, for example, then you can now announce the world to the house that, okay, my brother, my sister named this, named that, was the reason for the bedroom looking well kept today. You see, that person now feels that, oh, okay, so this is my reputation now. It is me that is bringing that change, that is making the bedroom look more presentable. So you give that person a reputation to live for. The other thing is just continue that encouragement which you did earlier when you noticed the person. Continue, encouraging those behavior as it goes on. Yeah, so when you apply all these principles, you see that person, without you having to fight, without you having to argue, without you having to use harsh words, you see that person changing and, conforming to that thing which you want him or her to conform to, and both of you will be happy. All right, so that's all. Don't forget to, stay psyched.